Hello, I am Brad Lancaster, the proud superintendent of the Lake Travis Independent School District. Our reputation for excellence in academic and extracurricular programs, modern and well-equipped facilities, and dedicated, highly qualified staff are a few of the many reasons why Lake Travis ISD is the destination district for thousands of families. As a result, we are a fast-growth school district. I would like to share with you some of the challenges and opportunities we are facing as we continue our journey through 2017 and beyond. Judging by our student enrollment, families want to be here, and they are going to keep coming. More than 9,800 students are currently enrolled in our schools. That is an increase of approximately 76% over the last 10 years. Our enrollment is projected to increase another 61% to well over 15,000 students by the year 2027. It is important that we find a careful balance between honoring educational priorities and commitments while staying ahead of the curve as it relates to student enrollment and capacity in our schools. Of course, we cannot talk school without talking about school finance. In 2006, the state of Texas compressed local school tax rates from a maximum of $1.50 to $1 per $100 of assessed property value, cutting the tax rate to local taxpayers by 1/3. Because of changes the legislature made to the school finance system in 2006, schools have operated without any significant new revenue from the state. LTISD was one of 600 school districts that recently sued the state over the school finance system. However, the Texas Supreme Court ruled the current system, while undeniably imperfect, is constitutional. A common misconception is that we have lots of money. The reality is we do not have lots of money. Any increase in local maintenance and operations revenue is offset by an almost equal reduction in state aid. In fact, 39% of our local property taxes are sent to the state as part of the recapture system of school finance. This system is commonly referred to as Robin Hood. To compound this problem even further, any increase in property value is offset by a decrease in state aid. Since 1995, LTISD has sent the state nearly $400 million in local taxes under Robin Hood. Approximately 200 Texas school districts, including LTISD, offer an optional homestead exemption. This means that homeowners within our district boundaries have their school tax bill calculated on 80% of their assessed property value. Yet, our Robin Hood payments to the state are calculated on the full 100% value of their property. I am pleased to inform you that just this past February, the Commissioner of Education agreed to fund the 50% credit for the optional homestead exemption. We are very grateful for this significant relief and recognition of a flaw in the school finance system. On the other hand, these funds will not be new or additional money for our district. Rather, due to the scheduled elimination of ASETAR, these funds will reduce our expected loss from $5.7 million to $2.1 million. Despite continued uncertainty in public education funding, our tax rate has remained unchanged for the past 5 years at $1.41 for every $100 of assessed property value. The tax rate is comprised of two components: maintenance and operations, or M&O, and debt service, INS. The M&O supports the daily operations of the district, while debt service funds principal and interest payments on debt owed by the school district. Enrollment projections and our current financial position set the stage for a possible bond election. At the same time, a continued decrease in revenue may also trigger the need for a tax ratification election. Our school board may consider calling for a bond election in November for up to $250 million in projects, which may include the construction of our 3rd middle school and 7th elementary school. It would also cover certain upgrades, renovations, and repairs to existing facilities and fund new school buses and technology. The exciting news is the entire package can be done without an increase to our current tax rate. That is a rare occurrence in school bond elections and a highly significant position for the school district and our taxpayers. Over the past 5 years, LTISD has saved its taxpayers more than $27 million in interest through aggressive debt management. This process is similar to making additional principal payments on your home mortgage in order to pay that debt off early. At the end of the day, not only have we been able to save our taxpayers interest, we have also built capacity for future bond programs. The LTISD Board may also consider a tax ratification election, or TRE. Voters may be asked to approve a maintenance and operations tax rate increase, which would then be paired with an equivalent decrease in the debt service rate. This process is referred to as a penny exchange. As a result of the penny exchange, the district would also generate $2 million more in state aid. The election would result in maintaining the current total tax rate of $1.4075 per $100 of assessed property value. It is important to note that whether or not our school board calls a bond election and whether or not our board calls for a TRE, our tax rate will remain the same. Again, this is a highly advantageous position for our taxpayers in our district. A successful bond and TRE would allow us to accommodate continued increases in student enrollment and would provide us with a fighting chance at meeting the associated cost of that growth. I ask that you please stay informed about our potential bond and tax ratification election by following LTISD on social media, visiting our district or campus websites, and by attending your school PTO or PTA meetings. If you are a representative of a school group or community organization and would like to receive more detailed information in person, please contact my office.